So there's Wi-Fi, no Venmo, no vending machines that take a card. You can't exactly open a Robinhood account from a cell block. And yet, inside literally every prison in America, there is a fully functioning economy. Loans, interest rates, markets that crash, people who get rich, people who get hurt for not paying their debts. And the currency backing all of it? Sometimes it's cigarettes, sometimes it's mackerel. Most of the time, and I cannot stress how unhinged this is, it's a packet of instant ramen noodles worth about 30 cents at Walmart. Let's talk about it. For decades, the unofficial currency of prison was cigarettes. Simple system. Everybody wants them, everybody can use them. They're easy to split into smaller units if you need change. Classic commodity money, like something out of an economics textbook, except the textbook didn't account for, and if you don't pay up, someone gets stabbed in the yard. Then states started banning smoking inside facilities, mostly throughout the 2000s and 2010s. Health and liability reasons, fine, makes sense. But here's the thing about underground economies. They don't just shut down because the supply got banned. They adapt, like a roach, or a sourdough starter nobody asked for. Enter the soup economy. What replaced cigarettes? A University of Arizona sociologist named Michael Gibson-Light actually went and lived this question. Spent a year interviewing close to 60 inmates and staff at a state prison. And what he found was that ramen, inmates call the packets soups, had quietly become the new gold standard. And here's the part that stops being funny real fast. It wasn't the smoking ban that drove this. The prison he studied never even banned tobacco. Ramen took over anyway. Why? Because the food got worse. Smaller portions, fewer meals, weekend lunches just gone in some facilities. Gibson-Light has a phrase for this that I think about constantly. Punitive frugality. Cutting costs and calling it justice. So now if you want to know how a guy's doing financially in there, you check his locker. 20 soups stacked up? Guy's thriving. It's currency, savings account, and snack all at once. People use it to gamble, to pay for laundry, to pay someone to clean their bunk. It's not a metaphor for money. It functionally is money. Cool. We've built a financial system out of instant noodles because the actual food budget got cut. Love that for everyone. The company store. And it gets worse. But where does the ramen even come from? The commissary, the prison store. And this is where it stops being quirky and starts being, frankly, a little predatory. Prison Policy Initiative dug through commissary sales data across a few states and found that incarcerated people are spending, on average, somewhere close to $1,000 a year at these stores for hygiene products, snacks, basic necessities, stuff that, on the outside, would cost you $20 at a CVS. Now compare that to what prison jobs actually pay. In a lot of state systems, working a full-time prison job nets you somewhere between $180 and $660 a year. Not a month, a year. So the math doesn't work, which means that gap gets filled by family on the outside wiring money in. And every single one of those deposits, by the way, usually comes with a processing fee attached, paid by people who are often already broke from supporting a loved one through the system. There's even a federal program, I'm not making this up, called the Inmate Financial Responsibility Program. The actual stated goal is to teach incarcerated people financial planning skills by taking control of their money away from them. Sure, yeah, that tracks. The stuff that isn't on the menu. Now, ramen and mackerel pouches are the legal economy. There's a whole second layer underneath that, running on stuff the commissary will never sell you. Tattoo ink made from melted plastic and burnt soap. Cell phones smuggled in through guards, through the yard. Occasionally, and I wish I was kidding, by drone. Drugs, obviously. Custom artwork. Legal letter writing help from the guy who actually understands his own paperwork. Haircuts. Cooking services, because apparently turning 3 ramen packets and a bag of chips into an actual meal, they call it a spread, is a genuine skill people get paid for. It's a full labor market, skilled trades, services rendered. The only difference between this and a regular gig economy is that nobody's filing a 1099. When you can't pay. And like any economy that runs on debt, this one has consequences when people can't pay it back. Borrowing inside often comes with the expectation you'll return way more than you took, sometimes double. People call it doubling up. Family helplines that work with prisoners describe this constantly. Someone borrows a few items, a vape, some food, maybe medication, and the repayment terms balloon fast. When that debt doesn't get paid, prisons say it's one of the most common things that actually puts someone's safety at risk inside. So this isn't just a quirky trivia fact about Noodles. It's a real financial system, with real interest rates and real violence backing up the loans, that exists because the official system left a vacuum. Who actually benefits? And here's the part that should make you genuinely annoyed. This entire shadow economy exists because of decisions made way above any inmate's pay grade. Slashed food budgets, commissary contracts handed to private vendors who mark everything up, phone calls and money transfers that come with fees stacked on fees, prison labor paying cents on the dollar. The official system creates the scarcity. The underground economy is just what fills the hole. Ramen as currency isn't a funny prison fun fact for a BuzzFeed list. It's a receipt. It's literally inmates pricing in real time exactly how much the system underfed them. So next time somebody tells you prison is easy, just picture an entire underground stock market built on instant noodles, where missing a payment can get you hurt, and ask yourself who actually designed that system to make that the rational choice. If you want more of this kind of, okay, wait, that's actually insane deep dive, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.